Hello everyone and welcome back. Last year I did a few videos with my car Faith that kind of ended up being something of a makeover with her, and I had some ideas in mind germinating for fun things that I could do with the car. And I started recording some clips back in October, and there have been some updates now. Am I going to tell you what those updates are? Am I going to tell you what the final product is going to be out of all of this? No. I am cruel and capricious, and I am going to bring you on an emotional journey. And so, to start that journey, we are going to go back to October 10th, 2019, where I just realized that what might be something neat that I could maybe fold into another video is absolutely not going to be
left channel for audio.
Just folded into something else. Needs to be its own video.
This is 100% going to be a separate video.
Hi everyone, Boater here, and welcome to what is possibly the most ambitious project in what I have taken to terming Faith's 200,000 mile makeover. The first video of this was originally a Boater unboxes something because it was the headlights. We unboxed the headlights, we did that, whatever. And the second video of this actually starts when I'm recording this next week. But you guys have certainly already seen that, unless something went terribly wrong. And that is the front driver and passenger seat replacement that I don't really have a flashy title for, but basically getting the seats from the Ion Red line. So that means today is the 10th of October, 2019. And I say that date because it's important. This is when I realized that something that's been in my head for a while is something that absolutely needs to get done. Let me rewind a bit to last night, and I will let me from last night introduce the issue. Lately, Faith has been getting loud. A little bit of extra rattle while starting up, and kind of an extra little engine note, but not too bad. That is, not too bad until this past Friday on my way down to Virginia, where I'm on the highway through a construction zone, Jersey barriers left and right, and hit the gas just a little bit and have the window down, and I'm like, oh, all of that is new. Especially after the engine is cooled down, it's definitely louder. So I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate that at all right here. So I'm pretty sure it's the exhaust. And I don't mind the growl, but there's a lot of rattle going on in there too that I'm not quite as much a fan of. So I have an appointment tomorrow to get that looked at. It could just be something where they just got to strap something back up in the exhaust, or it might need a whole new exhaust muffler, etc. Worst case scenario, it needs something with the engine to be overhauled, which I've been kind of expecting to do something with, but not for at least another half a year. So I'm thankful that my friend Dave over here is the type that always wears shorts, because I want to show him how Faith sounds. So this is just after the Weekend Wednesday, Dave's wonderful streaming program, twitch.tv/DAF314. He's standing over here, I turn on the car and he's like, the airflow. And sure enough, on the passenger side of the car over here, I'm pretty sure that's the exhaust just coming out. Oh God, like, I mean, it's dark out, but like, from over here, just, Dave, go ahead and stand where you can feel the exhaust or whatever that is coming out. Yeah, just right under the passenger door.
Yep. It starts right here.
You know what? I have a suspicion. Okay, so I can feel it coming out of the exhaust too. It's not completely severed, but there's definitely a hole in there somewhere. Alright guys, I have a couple minutes before I really need to leave for the appointment for Faith, so we're going to take one more look here. Mentioned last night that we're getting a lot of exhaust coming from under the passenger side, so we're going to see if we can take a look and see where that's coming from, and also just get a good sense of the sound let's see, right about like there, I think.
Not 100% sure what I'm looking for, but I can definitely feel that on my hand, and maybe you could even hear it in the mic. Not quite sure, but time to go get that checked out. I had a bet from someone on Facebook saying flex pipe. That doesn't sound like too expensive a fix, so we'll keep our fingers crossed.
So Faith's got a breathing problem. She sounds 2 parts sexy with that nice growl and 1 part that kind of hurts with a bit of a rattle. Here's a couple bits today. They're going to have a little bit of music in them, but here's some clips from the dash cam today. The first one just full throttle, accelerating up a ramp. And the second one, almost full throttle, accelerating with the Jersey barrier next to me, coming back in through the open window.
That bears the name of the man that branded love.
So again, this morning I brought her to Monroe, and sure enough, the word cracked flex was uttered. By the way, I would have gotten video while I was there if I'd thought about it, but frankly, I was just appreciative that the tech brought me in to have a look underneath and see what things look like and kind of point things out to me. On the way to that, he said, "You're not going to like me. And you may have to think of alternatives." Which was a euphemism for "you're going to want a different car." There is indeed a cracked flex pipe, but more than that, there is a slow dripping oil leak. Now, I've known about this oil leak for years. I had my usual techs take a look at it and they say, oh yeah, that would be X $1,000 to fix because it's basically part of the engine. And we'd either be replacing the engine or at least getting elbow deep and moving stuff around, replacing whatever. So is it a hazard? Is it a reliability issue? No? No? All right then, don't worry about it. So that oil leak has gotten all over the undercarriage. It makes itself known where I park in the driveway. Tripod's actually sitting on it just a little bit right now. It goes back so much in time that inside the garage there is a spot from when my car was parked inside before building the set for Breakdown of 238 Hypatia, which began in the spring of 2017, more than 2 years ago, and there's an oil spot in there. That oil has gotten all over the undercarriage. The nice thing is that that oil has actually offered kind of a protective layer. The undercarriage itself is actually in really good shape, nice and clean under there once we power wash off the oil. He said, when's your inspection? I said, it was done last week. They didn't catch it. So I talked to the tech at Monroe and I said the same things. Is this a safety issue? Like, do I have to worry about carbon monoxide coming into the passenger cabin? No. Is it a reliability issue? Is the engine gonna grenade or blow up on me? No. Will it last till spring when my wife's car is paid off? Yeah, but in spring you're gonna want to do something. But about here's where I cut the video, because I'm gonna tell you what I plan on doing, but it's not gonna be until spring that I actually get to do it. As you can tell, it's autumn, it's fall. There's stuff falling. I just gotta move my car back to the oil spot after getting B-roll. Nothing's gonna happen until spring, but when spring comes and Steph's car is paid off, I have the option to get a new car, which is going to cost me $16,000, $20,000. I have the option to get a new to me used car, $10,000, $12,000. Or I have the option of taking that $10,000, $12,000 and just getting a new drivetrain put in. I don't know exactly what form it's going to take, but what I want to do is to replace Faith's engine. It might get the same 2.2 liter Ecotec making 145 horsepower. What I really want to do, replace the engine, replace the transmission, replace the exhaust, and while we're at it, upgrade. See if we can get the 2.4 liter 175 horsepower engine that the Ion 3 trim level had back in 07. I'm really excited about this, and I hope we're able to make it work. But I don't know. I have to wait half a year to find out. You guys just gotta wait till after the cut. And I'm delaying as though I can somehow join you in that trip. But I can't. I gotta wait. I'm gonna have a nice loud engine all winter, with exhaust blowing out the back and out the side. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. This is an idea that's been in my head for a while, and now it's like, well, this needs to happen. It's either that or I'm gonna get a different car. And I really, I know that we can just swap another 2.2 in there. I'm rambling. Guys, Faith's getting a new engine. I don't know what form that's going to take, but I will in half a year. And you guys will start to get an inkling in just a moment. I'll see you there.
Oh, the optimism of 3 months prior. There's another car appointment today, and I'm slightly running late for it, so I can't go too much in depth, but I was like, what did I record back in October? So I know how to continue this video that I'm recording now, January 24th, 2020. And, oh boy. Let me get dressed, let me bring in the car, and then while it's in the shop there, I got some more talking I'm gonna be doing. Oh boy. Okay, so there's more traffic on the drive to the dealer where I'm getting Faith looked at than I expected, so let me talk a little bit about where we are. But wait to stop accelerating first. The flex pipe is still an issue, it's still loud. The oil leak is still an issue. Somewhere between a couple of those, when the car is idling, it smells like gas in here. Which is never a great thing. Over Christmas, my mom was like, yeah, we noticed the oil patch and the gas smell, so get that looked at. Well, we were gonna wait until spring. Get that looked at. Here, get that looked at. Okay, I'll get that looked at. That's what we're doing today. And I made an appointment 3 weeks ago. I asked at a shop in the area that was recommended to me by my neighbor about engine swap costs. And first I got the sense of like, really, it's a Saturn economy car, you're wasting my time. Very likely, yes, I am. I totally understand that. You know, if you're talking engine swap, it's usually going to be on like a muscle car or a classic car or something like that. Yeah, by all means, totally understand. And he was like, same engine only, no upgrade. I'm like, well, I know that the Chevy dealer that I always get worked on at, they could do a same engine upgrade, and they've always treated me well in the past. So I went there, and they're like, well, we're booked up 3 weeks out. Make your appointment. Cool. We're now 3 weeks out. Flex pipe is still an issue. Oil leak is still an issue. The other day, I was accelerating onto the highway, and the engine, I believe, just lost its grip with the transmission entirely, then redlined, and then did that thing that my car does, because it doesn't have like proper traction control or anything. It said, oh, we're gonna kill power to that until you take your foot off the gas and try again. And other issues to that. The rear defroster doesn't work anymore, and I'm told that I need to get just all new sheeted glass for that. The steering doesn't automatically recenter anymore. When I turn over this way and I take the corner, I have to pull it back to center.
there's a lot. And so I still want to get Faith looked at. If they can fix a bunch, oh, I'm getting a good floof day. If they can fix a bunch of these things for a reasonable amount of money, then yes, we'll fix it. But it's also something that if it would cost a lot, and that like 10 to 12 grand that I kind of spitballed up, oh well, I'd rather pay that on fixing up Faith. Everything's starting to go out now. Like, yes, there's the engine issues. Now there's the steering. There's been electrical for, you know, a few dozen thousand miles. It's just everything. And so, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm worried if I did an engine swap, what would go wrong next? Because the steering issue is totally unrelated to that. And that might be, I don't know, a $500, $1,000 fix. And, like, if I drop in 10 grand for the drivetrain, that's no guarantee that there's not going to be another $2,000 repair and then another $3,000 repair or whatever. So I'm a lot more pessimistic than I was back on the 10th of October of 2019. So, right now, we're accelerating. Right now we're going to get Faith looked at, and we're going to see what the options are. But when the Monroe guy said you're going to want to look at alternatives, I've been looking. We'll wait for the diagnosis and then take it from there. Fuck.
You've probably been able to use cues to figure it out at this point.
Not unexpected, but price estimates that I got for various fixes total up to $6 grand. They didn't even look at the steering. The oil leak would be $3,600. The flex pipe is actually attached to the converter. It's part and parcel of that, so that'd be another $1,100 plus labor. I think it's time to say goodbye to Faith.
Back in October, I was like, oh, well, if it's 10, 12 grand, I'll just, I'll get Faith all fixed up again. She's hitting 215,000 miles. And it's more than just the drivetrain. The back window glass needs replacing. The side mirrors haven't worked in years. And after I got the new seats, frankly, I haven't been able to get the right angle on it no matter how much I've just pushed on it. The sunroof hasn't worked, so I basically don't have a sunroof. Just so many things that keep cropping up. And I'm worried that if I fix the drivetrain, drop in a new engine or make the necessary repairs, that it's just more stuff's going to keep coming up. So yeah, I got the appraisal, and they said that the motor is in the kind of shape that they would like to repair it rather than replace it. Because they weren't really talking replacement, I didn't bring up the idea of a 2.4 upgrade. I know that it would be a lot more expensive than it would cost to fix it. The cost to fix Faith would be close to $6,000. I was quoted $3,600 for the oil leak a while ago, and they said that's basically still accurate. The flex pipe, because it's something that is integrated with the catalytic converter, would be another $1,100 or $1,200. That's down payment money. This video isn't going to be about my next car. Instead, it's my final moments with my current car. It's not going to be a memorial video. That will come separately. I had one for the Gordmobile that was touching, and certainly I've evolved in my editing and on-camera prowess to make something more fitting there. But my time with Faith has come to a close. 9.5 years. And about 120,000 miles. No, more than that. 170,000 miles. I'm rounding. 170,000 miles is more than, like, my dad when he would get a new car. He would run it for 150, 160 and then trade it in. I got Faith at 48,000 miles and ran her for 170. Maybe 165, yeah. Unless I'm doing my math wrong. You can leave it in the comments, it's fine. It isn't a decision that I make lightly. Again, I'm trying not to memorialize right now. It's going to be another video. It's not a decision that I make lightly, but it's the only one that makes sense. You know, with a car that you're emotionally invested in, you don't really care when Kelley Blue Book says it's worth $250. I mean, you care. It hurts. But it does inform your decision when the repair is gonna cost $24 times the, I'm trying to turn it into a percent, 24 times the appraised value of your car to repair it. And with no guarantee that there won't be more and more mechanical issues. So, I can sell the summer rims separately. I can take the Recaros back out and sell those. Probably make that a wash on eBay. It was a good video though. I'm really happy with that video. I'm glad I did it. There were comfy seats for 3 months. I have no idea how to end this. Endings are hard. In more ways than one. So, I'm gonna say thanks for watching. There was some whiplash there, where I went from really excited to do more stuff with Faith mechanically, to where I just said it doesn't make sense anymore. Every end is a new beginning, so who knows? We'll see what the next car brings. Bring some new videos, some new things to do. For now though, thank you for watching. This video, this emotional roller coaster that I may have brought you on, a bit of a feels trip. Thank you for watching previous videos with Faith, whether they were movies that she was in, or just things like the road trip. More details of everything like that will be in the memorial video. It's been a real good ride. Thank you for coming along. I will see you in future videos with another car, and of course all the other stuff that I do on this channel as well. So thank you for watching, liking, commenting, supporting if you want. I always appreciate it. So, thanks. I'm gonna go play a game or something to preoccupy myself. Maybe Forza. I'll still have the eye on in Forza. Bye everyone.